Seeing what energy I have for the fire signs today. And I'm going to pull a few cards from my oracle decks. Just going to pull 4 cards. If spirit guides me to pull more, I'll do so. The first card basically says everything. You are a badass being, full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, you may find a path to the best, to your best self. So basically, you're a badass. Life is just looking up for you. Everything is going great. As you can see, the 6 of Pentacles, lots of money, wealth. You could be very generous. You got a lot of money coming into you. Basically, it shows wealth. It's a wealthy woman or just a wealthy individual. The Queen of Pentacles is rich, stable, taking more time out to be nurturing. King of Swords is very intelligent, great ethics and honesty, authority figure. You're stepping up, taking leadership, being strong in it. I'm going to pull from the core card. I'm going to do 1 from each. Core, projection, cool, and hot cards. And I'm going to read the meaning from out the book. It's an oracle deck. The debt card is first. Well, this is a debt card. Not all the time debt is bad. Basically an ending of stuff, of a situation. This card, it's kind of hard for to see. The mountain of death at the Siwa oasis in Libya is thus called because the hill contains several tombs that date from the 26th dynasty and the Greco-Roman periods of Kemet. It represents the perception of death by the living. The remains of bones and artifacts of the nobles buried there only signify their apparent ending. Only distance is death. Death is usually understood as the end, but this is an unscientific position that we continue to perpetrate because we become emotionally attached to specific forms in specific ways. Most of us have heard that matter cannot be created or destroyed, but that is of little importance when we are grieving what such a short time ago was present, that suddenly we become the past. So if people know all matter is immortal, then what is the source of our pain and longing? The source of our pain and longing is whatever we accept to be accurate in relation in time and space. This is why death hurts us so much. When you get this card, it basically asks questions like, are you focused on how much more you could have received instead of how much you've already received? Do you believe you can lose what's truly yours? Has not making peace with your mistakes prevented the best of experiences from shining through? What did you learn from them? How can your wisdom practically benefit others? What would you want others to feel and learn from your interaction with them if you were the one who died or otherwise had to move on? Are there fears related to this ending that have nothing to do with the actual person, place, or thing? Okay, these people, family. just like I said with death, it just kind of gives you an outlook on just how to solve a problem, or how to end something that's not beneficial to you, or just giving you a different outlook on answers to your questions. Not necessarily meaning death is coming. It could be a situation is ending. I'm gonna pull from a projection deck. We got everest. On this card, it says is a smashed vessel represents haste to acquire something and or greed. A nude soul is the best adorned. That's the phrase, the quote for it. A desire for more than you need is a direct result of failing to self-define success. Instead, seek to apply prepackaged definitions and the ideals of love, romance, health, wealth, and happiness, even if individuals will require less than what we are told by external forces we should want. Identify your principles, identify your standards on every level, then make choices and plans that support your ideals, be the great or small. Then you will discover what is and is not absolutely essential for you to be, do, or have to live comfortably and contently in the world. Once you've identified the non-essentials, you will no longer scrape, beg, claw, rob, humiliate, or destroy just to acquire or hold on to things that upon discovery never really mattered to you in the first place. This card is basically, it is a warning that you might be seeking more than what is necessary to be satisfied. You're advised to realign with what is most important to you and make sure your beliefs, ways, and actions reflect that. This card may also be warning you against imposing your principles or standards on someone else. Respect the facts that their needs may be different from yours. Everybody doesn't believe the same beliefs as you. People think differently, have different opinions. They're obligated to it, or should I say they could. It's just anybody, you can't always want someone to think or be like you or make the same decisions as you. That's why we're all different. You have to accept others being different. That's just how life goes. This is a cool card. I'm gonna do my shuffle. Submission. This is the Nile Valley. Civilization relied on storms in the Ethiopian highlands to wash rainwaters rich with volcanic topsoil into the Blue Nile to fertilize their crops. Every year, the inundation undoubtedly brought with the plethora of tragic drownings, property damage, and other inconveniences. Despite that, people welcomed and celebrated the flood because without a glorious civilization of Kemet, Nubia, and Kush wouldn't have been possible. So no matter what the floods brought, these civilizations were submissive to nature processes which were inseparable from the will of gods. The knee bent voluntarily is not broken. That's the phrase for this card. The meaning is like yield to whatever you consider to be the superior force or forces over the matter in question. This will not be an act of weakness, but one of strength. So it could be something that you may think is going to make you look like, oh, you gave in or you gave up. No, it's not. It's just you making a better decision or a better choice to solve your problem or resolve an issue. That's why it's better to make decisions on what you choose. No one else's opinion matter. Whatever choices you make, this is your life. Only you can live it. People have it bad to want to be involved in other people's lives. Want to make decisions and choices for somebody else, and then, yeah, you feel like regret for listening to that person in the end. Nope, don't listen to them. Make your own decisions. This is the hot card. This will be the last card I pulled. This card is Transcendence. Okay. And on this card is the cowrie shell, represents depth, transcendent knowledge, and good fortune. You swam the transcendent depths of the womb. It is there you learn what is right for you. It is here that you have met others who have all forgotten their way. The meaning of this card is, this is an important test, even if it doesn't appear to be. Maintain right thought. Put the ego in check and take the high road for the best outcome. There you have it. Like, could be something, just like I said, someone else's opinion could be blocking. That person may have a big ego, or maybe you have a big ego. Maybe you're trying not to take nobody's advice, but, just do whatever's best. You'll have the best the outcome of it when you make that right decision. That's all I have for the fire signs. The energy basically matched. If you like my channel, please like, share, subscribe, and you all have a great evening.